got my booster shot today. So you know how that makes me feel?
How?
Used to.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, being here on the podcast. Kevin Hurt, Brian Sherrod, and my name podcast here on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
We're doing a little night on the night shift. Doing a little night shift here with the Commodores. We're here on StreamYard and YouTube. We're also on, of course, IG, Facebook, and the Twitter, as well as Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher apps. Wherever you find podcasts, you will find the NY to MD podcast. What's going on? I don't think this is even the latest show we've ever done before, right? I swear we did one like late one time.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you know what? Beat those 5 a.m. shows.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, hey, Hurt, yeah, let's go to the studio. And I'm like, if you look at me wrong right now, you're all like, yeah, let's go. All right, thank you, everybody. Like you yelling in the microphone, Brian.
Yeah, you know, that's when I'm up and at 'em, man.
Dude, yeah, there's something wrong there. Yes, let's go. You know what happened today? Camden Yards hurt. Yeah. It's like, okay. I know. It's 5:30. So this is a whole different thing. I'm glad we're on YouTube. A lot of football to talk about. I know the NBA All-Stars were announced today. Don't really care. Talk about that no show. A lot of NFL stuff going on right now, man. I had to say, okay. I'm going to start the show off with this. Number one, congratulate the USA getting 3 points tonight in Columbus, Ohio against El Salvador. I think we need 5 more points to qualify for the next World Cup, which is in Qatar, whatever it's pronounced.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So we're doing well, and you know, a good 1-0 win at home tonight. So congratulations to the USA men's team. But that game that I watched tonight was not as exciting as all the games this weekend. I mean, hello. Saturday, on point. Sunday, even more on point. I cannot begin to tell you how emotionally invested I was in football games that none of my teams are in. And Dallas wasn't even playing. So I didn't even have to root for the other team. This was crazy. I mean, the 3 of the 4 went to last second, no time on the clock, field goal wins. And one went into overtime. As this wrestler used to say, credit to Enzo, you can't beat that. You can't beat that.
Yeah, man. We got treated. We were in for a treat last weekend, man. Where the first weekend was pretty much, you know, I don't want to say blowout city, but you know, never in doubt type of games, except for, you know, Cincinnati and the Raiders, and I think there was one other one, man. But these 4 games, all of them were great. But the Sunday games, man, we gotta talk about those, man, because those were good. We the first game of the day on Sunday was that was Tampa, right? One at the Rams at Tampa.
It was the Rams at Tampa Bay.
And it's funny, we were, you know, before we started the show, we were talking about insurmountable leads, and it seemed as if the Rams had one. They were up 26-3, I believe, at one point, well into the second half. And then it became turnover city. Tom Brady went to work, and before you knew it, it was a tie game. Didn't you know that was going to happen? After when they recovered that fumble, when they started turning over the ball, yo, I was like, wait a minute, there's still enough time. Tom Brady can get a touchdown, get the ball back. Yo, I knew they were going to, I knew they weren't tied up, man. I knew it.
I mean, it was Jalen Ramsey. It was a back-to-back horrible Florida State moment.
Oof.
Jalen Ramsey got dusted.
He got beat, yes.
He got dusted, looked around like, almost like I had nothing I could do. And then Cam Akers fumbles. It was just like, Criminal Nation me being one of them was like, oh man, that was a bad sequence. That was bad. That was bad. But again, the man who drove him down the field, threw it to Cooper Kupp to get him in the Cooper Kupp, 9 receptions, 183 yards, and a touchdown. That dude clutch. But getting his second playoff win in a row, Mr. Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
So that's what Tom loses. It's a good day in America.
Well, you know what? I actually disagree with you because I actually root for Tom now. No, I shouldn't say I root for him, but I can root for him now that he's no longer on that team up north. Yes. He's more fun. He's doing a billion commercials. He's actually showing his personality a little bit more. I like Tampa. I love the city. I still say it's the best. That stadium's the best stadium in the NFL that I've been to. Love it. Great city. Great stadium. The GOATs down there. Great weather. Come on, man. How do you not like Tom Brady, man? Like, come on. He's actually.
I don't know how much that cryptocurrency is worth right now, but I mean.
Yeah, he might be taking a hit with that. No, I'm more worried about Odell Beckham. I mean, the Rams are paying him in Bitcoin, his entire salary in Bitcoin, right?
I heard it's been like slashed in half.
Yeah, so
but I mean that's listen. You go ahead. I'm not worried about the Rams. I'm worried about him. The lower that goes, the less they gotta pay him. So, I mean, they're fine. I'm sure that fits underneath their salary cap perfectly fine, but. Oh, no. I don't think anybody wanted to see Tom Brady in the Super Bowl again. I know I did.
No.
I wanted to see some new blood, and we may get that depending on who wins this game coming up this weekend. So that game was crazy. Again, getting down, Matt Stafford driving down the field, them getting the last second, no time left on the clock. Field goal win.
Look, I gotta give Matt Stafford credit.
Yeah, you better.
But you gotta admit, dude, that was horrible defense. I mean, come on, dude.
Him finding the open receiver on a great throw. You mean?
I just said we got to give him credit.
You said give him credit, but that was horrible defense.
It was, dude. No, I'm giving him credit for finding Cooper Kupp. My point is, Cooper Kupp should not have been that open.
No, neither should have Mike Evans against one of the top cornerbacks. But it happens. So the quarterbacks got to get you the ball. Mike Evans got the ball. Cooper Kupp got the ball. That was perfect.
It was just bad defense. It was bad defense, but it was a great throw, and it was a great Cooper Kupp, world champion. I'm sorry, Empire champion Cooper Kupp.
World champion. I was like, where?
Yeah, I had Empire champion Cooper Kupp got open and got him in field goal position, and that was ball game. But no, look, all seriousness, I gotta give credit to Matt Stafford. He's playing out of his mind right now. He's playing with poise. He's not turning over the ball.
Yeah. He was 28 of 38 for 366, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Yeah. So this is what happens.
That dude is on fire. He's on fire.
Yeah. And this is what happens when we have a great offensive line, because that dude's barely getting touched right now. And when you actually have a motivated Odell Beckham. Dude, now I'm starting to think Cleveland was the problem and not him.
Cleveland.
And Baker, I think Baker was the problem. He was the issue in Cleveland.
We saw how Odell. Everybody's seen Odell at his best. When he was in New York, that dude was unstoppable with Eli. Whatever happened after that, going down a little bit downhill, could have been the coaching staff, Tom Coughlin, whatever it was, just didn't work out for him there. Miami was a short stay. Cleveland, you could just tell Cleveland wasn't going to work. And he's fitting in this system. I don't know how it would fit if he showed up and who's the guy that got hurt? Jeff, not Jeff.
No, can't think of his name.
I know, I can't. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know how he'd be being, because he would be the third guy now.
Right.
But they would. Perfect. Yep. So, but he's fitting in. He's doing well. They're putting him in offense. He did have 6 catches, 69 yards. He knows he's not going to be Cooper Kupp, but that dude was jazzed.
Yeah.
You could tell he likes and enjoys being on that team. And it's too bad they got to play an away game at home this weekend. But, well, we'll see what happens.
Yep. All right, man. Let's talk about this.
That wasn't just that was an exciting game, but dude, that night game on Sunday, side and side. That last minute, 3 minutes, whatever it was.
Dude, that was sick, man.
That was insane. And then people, of course, want to do the whole, I don't like overtime. All of you people.
We gonna talk about this. But wait, hold on.
Okay, no, yeah, you're right. I'm getting a little.
Before we get into that,
my arm's a little sore. So
yeah.
my thought process is a little bit different. Sorry.
So this was just a treat.
Let me work this arm out. Go ahead.
No, this game was really a treat, man. Let me tell you, Josh Allen is coming to his own, man. He has been on fire this playoffs, man. He's been playing so well. Man, the way he brought that team back in the the fourth quarter, man. The back and forth. I think we had like 3 touchdowns in like 2 minutes or something crazy, probably even less than that in the game. But man, Josh Allen's playing well. I felt so bad for Buffalo, man. They really deserve to win that game. But I just love the back and forth with these quarterbacks, man. Both of them are just playing so well. It's like you hate to see a loser in this game because they both perform,
Yeah, no, not really. Now somebody's got to lose. Sorry.
No,
I don't feel that way yet. I know.
No, but you hate, like I hate, look, hey, KC won, but I just hate the fact that Buffalo lost because Josh Allen did everything he could to get that team to the AFC Championship game, and he just didn't quite make it, man. But he deserved to be there, man. And it's a shame, Hurt, where is it that Pat Mahomes is really this good or his defense is just as bad? But when 13 seconds, isn't enough.
13 seconds.
Isn't enough to get you to overtime. Man, that's just scary.
13 seconds from where he started. And some teams can't score 14 seconds.
13 seconds. Like that's inexcusable. The first mistake, in my opinion, let me get your opinion on this. Why did they kick it in the end zone? I don't like that. I'm sorry. I don't like that.
I think the thought process for Buffalo was try to get them back as far as possible. But you do what New England does, that little pooch where it's going to land in between like the goal line and maybe like the 10 or 15-yard line. Get your guys down there because you're going to start them off at the 25 or 30. I don't even know where it is anymore. You're going to start them off further out if you kick it in the end zone, if you just did a little pooch. I don't know who they had returning. Maybe they were just afraid of a kick return or whatever. But you got to that would take time off the clock.
You got to take time.
You got to take time off the clock.
But you know what? But then in retrospect, I guess they're thinking, 13 seconds, I trust our defense.
Yeah, well, I mean, with 13 seconds, you should trust your defense. But guess what? You can't trust your defense when Pat Mahomes is back there. So, but it was, like you said, Josh played a great game, 27-37, 329, 4 touchdowns. He's also the leading rusher for his team, 11 carries, 68 yards. Mahomes, also a fabulous game, 33 of 44, 378 for 3 touchdowns. He was also the leading rusher for his team, 7 carries and 69 yards.
Of course.
So, I mean,
like I said, the fact that Edwards-Helaire was going to be bad, it doesn't matter. He's not impactful.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had 7 carries, 60 yards. They gave McKinnon. They gave a lot of carries too. He had 10 carries for 24 yards,
and I think he had a touchdown too. I think.
Mecole Hardman had a touchdown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he rushed 2 times for 31 yards.
Okay.
Tyreek was a monster. 11 catches, 150. Who is Gabriel Davis? Because that dude was never not open. That dude was. I was like, wait, who caught the touchdown? I was really looking for Stephon Diggs, where was he? Anybody see him?
I don't know. Maybe that's just it. Like, maybe they just had their concentration on him. But
they had to, because this dude had 8 catches, 21. 8 catches, 201 yards, 4 touchdowns.
I mean,
and when I mean, he was open.
Dude, he was Al Bundy, yo. He had an Al Bundy game. He scored 4 touchdowns in a game, yo. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, the dude should have been up chilling, smoking a cigar after the game. You know what I mean? Like Joe Burrow on Saturday. But that was, I mean, he had a tremendous game.
Yeah,
and
man.
Tyreek was a monster. Kelsey, of course, caught the winning touchdown. It was a freaking great game to watch. And it had me staying up late. I wanted to go to bed, couldn't. And, you know, of course, they won in overtime. They scored the touchdown. That was it. Go home. Walk it off. So, you want to talk about the overtime now after we talk about these?
No, let's talk about this overtime, man. So say what you would need to say.
Honestly, I'm glad they changed the overtime rule to what it is now. Because before it wasn't even this. It was you get kick a 50-yard field goal, game's over. It was the first team to score.
It was sudden.
I hated that. That was crappy.
I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I hated it. Field goal is trash.
It's not trash.
A field goal's trash.
It's not trash, dude. This is overtime.
It's trash.
There's three parts to a team.
Phases. Just say 3 phases of the game.
Defense, offense, and special teams. You have 3 ways to score points.
I'm sure nobody knew that. I'm glad you said
it. If you don't get the ball back, you have your defense on the field to prevent you from the other team scoring a field goal. Field goals aren't automatic in overtime.
They aren't automatic at all. No one said that. But just scoring a field goal, to me, and that's the end of the game, was so unsatisfactory.
It's not about being satisfactory. It's about being the better team.
Yeah, no. And this is how it should go. But Mahomes drove that team down and scored a touchdown. Go home, see you later. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how you should do it. Go down, score a touchdown, go home, see you later. You can't stop them from scoring a touchdown. Forget the field goal. Because, again, field goal is trash. If you can't stop them from scoring a touchdown, the game should be over. It's a touchdown. Sorry. I don't care what Josh Allen did. He didn't get the ball. And I think I sent the article to you. I think it was to you about Yahoo Sports saying it puts too much emphasis on the coin toss. Really?
Shut up.
Really? How much emphasis is it on the coin toss?
It doesn't put look.
The coin toss.
If you want to get the ball, if you don't okay. This is okay. If the other team gets the ball, if you want the ball back, hold them to at minimum a field goal. All right, the team that starts the ball are 9-1 in the last 10 years, and seven of them are on the first drive. And
no, he's just stating that that's what happens.
Okay.
If my team was playing and we lost this way, we didn't stop them from scoring. That's our fault. That's our fault. It's like if they got a field goal and we get the ball back and we couldn't score, that's our fault. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's our fault.
Yeah, let me tell you something. So the Ravens went to 2 or 3 or 4 overtime games this year. They went to overtime against the Raiders, first game of the season. Guess who got the ball first? Ravens. They didn't win that game. The last game of the year, they went to overtime against Pittsburgh. Guess who got the ball back first? Who got the ball? The Ravens did. They didn't win the game. You know why? Because those defenses stopped us. That's a part of the game. That's what defenses are paid to do.
And defensive coordinators.
Right. So stop crying. We don't look. Just because the game went away.
Coin toss, though. Like, if we're really talking about there's pressure on a coin toss.
So it's just so stupid.
Just
okay.
Stop them from or how about this? So then, what if Mahomes threw an interception? Then all Buffalo has to do is score any way possible, and they win. You know what I'm saying?
So, but my thing is, okay, Hurt. Somebody has to get the ball first, right?
Somebody.
Okay.
Somebody's got to get the ball.
So how do we determine it? Let's do this. Is there a home team advantage? Do we let the home team determine who gets the ball?
Real quick. Go ahead. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Go ahead. All right. Rock, paper,
hold on.
Ready? Go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, look, you got the ball first. You won. Look at that. You had rock. I had scissors. All right, you won. You won. That's it. Oh, it's too much pressure on the rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, it's too much emphasis. It's like that's the dumbest thing.
Too much emphasis on the coin toss. Like, what are we talking about here?
The coin toss is the most fairest way to.
But too much emphasis. The fact that they use the words "too much emphasis on the coin toss" is garbage. That's just straight garbage.
Yeah. It's just
they didn't get the ball. The defense didn't stop them, and they lost. Call it what it is.
But Hurt, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Let's say we do. All right, we give them the ball, right? Mahomes scores a touchdown. I mean, the Chiefs score a touchdown. We give the Bills the ball back. They score a touchdown. We're in the same position we're at.
No, we're in college then. And I don't want that.
Exactly. So so why would we go to a system that does that? Playoff OT might need a tweak, but people are forgetting that the Chiefs proposed the change and all the team. Really, what did they propose, Jay? I don't remember.
That. You remember they lost they lost this way. Yeah. Yep. So they proposed a change to the overtime system because they lost that way. But again, because it's a stupid idea, no one agreed with them, and they end up winning this game this way, which is again, and no, it doesn't need a tweak. Why does it need a tweak?
They tweaked it already.
It's not. They go in the game tied. And the other team scores and wins. That's it. There's no tweak.
They made it fair. They said they made it more fair.
They did.
They said, okay, both teams get to handle the ball.
Hold them to a field goal. You get the ball back.
Right. The only way
they march down and score.
The only way you don't get the ball back is a touchdown, a safety, or a defensive touchdown. Period. That's it.
That's it.
Like
if he threw a pick six, well, people would have been upset.
Exactly. So
what happened there?
It's just dumb.
No tweaking that needs to go. No tweaking, no twerking, no nothing. Okay.
Right.
That's it. Nope. It's over. It was a great game, and that's what happens. So let's get to these Saturday games.
All right, man. Saturday games. You mean Sunday games? We already talked about the Saturday games.
We did.
Yeah.
I forgot on Sunday because it's been a long week already. When you get this shot in your arm, I forgot. All right,
man. We gotta make our picks, man.
Well, we already know who you're picking for the first game. The first game is the AFC Championship game in Kansas City, Cincinnati, KC, out there at whatever the name GEHA Field. Yeah, it's gonna be 44 degrees at game time. They are they don't have do they have a 7-point favorite at home? Obviously you have Cincinnati. Aaron Frauders. Is that a name? Aaron Frauders. Yeah, you know what? Aaron Frauders should go to Pittsburgh. That's what you should. You got Cincinnati. I got KC. Is that correct? Okay.
Yep.
Now, I think this is going to be a good game. I think they played early in the year at Cincinnati. Cincinnati won that game. I think it was like 37-34.
No, it wasn't early in the year. It was like 3 weeks ago. It was like week 14 or something like that.
Okay. Earlier in the year. Or actually, it was last year, I think.
Yeah.
So either way, they won at home. 37-34, another good game. They have to protect Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
If Joe Burrow gets sacked as many times as he did during this playoff run, they will not win this game.
Yeah, I don't think Kansas City has a front like Tennessee.
No, not at all. but they still got to keep them. You know what I'm saying? Like KC doesn't have that defense, but if they get in there and they can still get after him, it's still going to be a problem.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the key to. I don't think the key to this game is protecting Joe Burrow. Honestly, I think the key to this game for Cincinnati is limiting opportunities for the Kansas City defense. That's to me. That's what I think the key of the game.
Kansas City offense, you mean?
Offense. Thank you. Yeah, offense. I think they have to slow down Kansas City as much as they can. They have to limit. They got to hold them to field goals and that old cliche. Hold them. Because to me, this is going to be another back and forth game. This might be whoever has the ball last. Now, in the divisional round for the Bengals, all it took was Joe Burrow in 20 seconds. For the divisional round game for Kansas City, all it took was Mahomes 13 seconds left in the game. I meant to say Joe Burrow 20 seconds left in the game. He was able to put him in field goal range. But hey, it only took Mahomes 13 seconds, and he was further back. So, look.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down whoever has the ball last. I think Cincinnati's defense, they'll be okay. I don't think they're going to do anything great this game. I think whoever's offense performs the best is going to win this game. I think the Chiefs, it's going to help the Chiefs, of course, that they're at home, but I still got to. I'm just going with my gut. I'm not using any logic. I'm just going with my gut.
It's done you well so far.
Yeah, I just got a gut feeling about Cincy, so I'm picking them.
Yeah. When they last met, it was 34-31, not 37-34. Cincinnati. Joe Burrow was 30-39 for
445% completion percentage. That's crazy.
For 446 and 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Yeah.
Now he did get sacked 4 times for 31 yards though.
Okay.
But dude, 30 for 39 for 446, 0 interceptions. Mahomes was 26-35, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He did not get sacked. So
yeah,
that's whew.
I didn't realize how much I dislike. Why do you dislike Bengals fans? Why?
Well, honestly, do you know any? like who they?
Yeah.
Like how many Bengals fans do you actually know? I'm a tad bit confused.
Why are you disliking their fans right now?
I know. Like how many of them do you know, Brian? You know any Bengals fans?
I don't know any Bengals fans.
I know like celebrities from Cincinnati, but I don't know too many Bengals fans. Like what are they saying? Are they just out there they're trolling? You're mad at the t-shirts? Or what
I can't be mad at fans. Look, they won their first playoff game in 31 years.
It's like being mad at Detroit.
They haven't been this excited in 30 years.
They ain't won a Super Bowl. Who could be mad at these people?
Right. They might be popping off a little bit, but
if I was them, I'd be popping off too.
Yeah.
Just imagine if Detroit was in the same situation. You know how crazy Detroit would be right now?
Oh, dude.
That place would be on fire.
Man,
fire.
Eminem be at the games.
That's exactly right. You know, the old Pistons to show up, help out, and they'll bring back on. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably bring Steve Eiserman, captain of the Red Wings. Everybody would be there.
Barry Sanders, Megatron, Matt Stafford. They come back.
All the car industry, everything would be back in Detroit.
The Ford Motors family.
Ford Chrysler. Everybody would be there.
Smokey Robinson, Motown.
Smokey Robinson. Dude, it would be. That's exactly how it would be, man.
Yeah,
exactly how it would be. So I have no issues with Cincinnati fans. I don't know. Maybe Jay knows a couple of
Alan Trammell,
Lou Whitaker, Cecil Phillips. I mean, Kirk Gibson. No, before he went to LA, Gibson. I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot of bandwagons. I'm sure there's a lot of people who like Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
I think they have a good and when you're rooting for an underdog team or a team that's never like say for instance, if I'm looking at this, I'm neutral. I'm totally neutral in this whole game that's going to happen. Why not? It's Cincinnati. Like them. Like I've seen Kansas City go like numerous times at this point. So seeing Cincinnati, they're a fun team to watch. They're a fun team to watch. I've been watching Joe Burrow since he won that national championship at LSU. The dude is just cool. Like he's Joe Cool. He's the new Joe Cool. He's just cool. Everybody loves Mahomes. Mahomes got the commercial. Mahomes can't be touched at this point. He's Mahomes. But Joe Burrow, it's just fun for them to go. They again, like you said, they haven't been in this spot since Boomer Esiason. So it's been a long time. So I'm happy for him. Honestly, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So,
all right, man.
yeah.
Let's talk about this second game.
All right, we got a battle of Cali. We have the 49ers going back to another NFC championship game, facing the Los Angeles Rams, who are also going to their a recent championship game, and they actually went to the Super Bowl as well. Both teams went to the Super Bowl. They both lost. So now there's no Tom Brady. You don't have to worry about that. But both teams are sitting there trying to get to a Super Bowl. Who do you got in this one?
So this one's kind of hard. So I'll tell you my logic. This isn't like anything against the Rams or Matt Stafford.
Oh, it's definitely against Matt Stafford.
No, because he's been playing well. He's been playing well. Everything tells me that the Rams are going to win this game. I've thought about this long and hard, but
for the last 3 days.
Yeah, because I've been trying to think who's going to win this game, and I keep saying Rams. However, I've been saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. The Bengals, they're my Super Bowl pick, and how fitting, because I'm a big believer in this type stuff. But how fitting would it be for the Bengals to get to the Super Bowl against the 49ers, and we have a rematch of I don't know which Super Bowl it was, but the last time they went to the Super Bowl.
VIIVLLVII.
What?
I don't know. They're in like Greek numbers and stuff. VILIILLI. I don't know.
Well, it was in 1988. It was XV. It was Super Bowl X.
No, it's X.
So Super Bowl,
right.
Wow, Super Bowl 16. Good Lord. All right. So yeah, I'm predicting a rematch of Super Bowl 16. So I am going to take the 49ers.
So, and that was the second time. So the Bengals also, when they went before, I think there was 1982, they played the 49ers in the Super Bowl. So they're 0-2 against the 49ers in the Super Bowl. Man, it's what was I going to say? This game is tough for me, honestly, because you know how I am a tad bit superstitious.
Yeah.
And Sean McVay's my boy. I love Sean McVay. I really believe in him as a coach. I really like this team. Again, it's got some Seminoles on it. San Fran, Debo's been balling out. It's a crazy thing to sit here and actually say the better quarterback's on the Rams. It really is. And honestly, but just saying because it's just Garoppolo. I think when, the Rams are facing Tom Brady is going to be that guy. You get what I'm saying? So, and Matthew Stafford hasn't won anything. So we're at this point now, and my issue is, they've lost to the Rams have lost 6 straight times at 49ers. 6, not 1, not 2, 6 straight times. And both times they played this season, I predicted the Rams were going to lose because they can't seem to beat the 49ers. Now, if the Rams fans actually show up this time and help the crowd and help the team by not being 49ers South, they have a chance to win this game. My hard part is that whole losing. The 49ers have their number. They're in their heads. They're just the confidence. Now, I feel like this Rams team has a different level of confidence right now. than they've had. But I'm 49ers have won 6 straight times. But I got to go with the Rams.
Yeah.
I got to go with the Rams. But I need to see that crowd. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think they're in LA. You would think because the one's in San Francisco. They should. I mean, they're at home. If anything, they should just tell their family members to come out. That's something. Like, I mean, it was literally they were playing a road game at home last time. So I know California, the biggest fans in California are 49ers fans. So I get it, but they need them this game, and I don't think they can make a difference. So we'll see. So you got Bengals, 49ers. I got Chiefs, Rams. So
yeah, interesting.
You know, that's Well, we will definitely see what will go on in this game, brother.
Yeah, man, we shall see.
So it's gonna be exciting now. But speaking of NFL, let's stick to some of the big news of the week.
Okay.
Besides these games, I'm gonna start off with Sean Payton says he's stepping away from the New Orleans Saints. Now, he did retire. I'm thinking for him, he's probably just taking a break. He's been with them, I think, 16 years, which is a long time. And when you don't have a quarterback, you might as well step away, right? So he's stepping away, taking a break from the Saints, man. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, you broke this news to me. You sent me a text, and I immediately texted you back, and I said, I'm not buying this one. This dude's been trying to get away from New Orleans forever. It seems like there's always been rumors of him leaving New Orleans. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not buying this. This is like you said, this is a retirement just to get away from that organization so that he can go somewhere else. And then you texted me back, and I didn't even think about this. Yeah, his next move might be Dallas. Look, we cannot allow this to happen. I don't know what we have to do. I don't know what we have to do. But the NFL gods or whoever, we cannot allow Sean Payton to go to Dallas.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
And this, obviously talking about this hurts my whole soul. The only way to prevent Sean Payton, to me, going to Dallas would be really three real big things. One, his family. It could just be a family like, hey, let's just stop. We're good. Spend time. I don't know what his family situation is. If the family, as we all know, is a huge part of a lot of decisions that are made in professional sports. So I think number one could be his family. Number two, that next year the Cowboys actually win some playoff games. Because then he can't just go and stop that momentum and get rid of McCarthy. And he did say McCarthy's coming back. And the reason I'm thinking if McCarthy's going to come back is because Peyton said, I need a year off from football. Honestly, is what I'm thinking. Because he really wanted Sean Payton. We know he wanted Sean Payton since the beginning of time. So that's number two. And number three, like you said, some other job comes open that has his fingerprints all over it. That he could work with someone who was like a Drew Brees for him. You know what I mean? Like he could be a head coach for a transcendent quarterback somewhere. That's the only things. That's the only things. Those three things. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen. I need this not to happen. And as soon as he said he was stepping away, my first thought was Dallas. It really was. So yeah. I loathe this. Because I'm going to be nervous for this whole next year and a half. I'm going to be nervous. I might actually have to root for McCarthy to be okay.
All right, man. What other coaches were in the news this week, Hurt?
Well, I mean, let's stick with retirements. We'll talk about coaches going back, but I want to stick about retirement.
Okay.
So it's a guy that retired this week after 18 seasons, someone near and dear to your heart. He threw to your favorite wide receiver for a lot of years. Your favorite wide receiver, who, by the way, wants to be a Raven. And we'll talk about that as well.
No, we're not talking about that.
No, we were talking about it.
No.
Because your quarterback tweeted about it as well. So we got to talk about all this tweeting.
We don't talk about Antonio. No.
But Ben Roethlisberger, after 18 seasons, has stepped away from football. I want to give from a guy who watched him up close and personal for 18 seasons, your thoughts on Big Ben.
I have nothing but the utmost respect for Ben Roethlisberger, man. Great quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterback, 2-time Super Bowl champion. Ben in his prime was amazing. He's the hardest quarterback to sack. He was so hard to sack. He wasn't fast, but he was mobile, and he was so big and strong, man. You just couldn't sack this guy, man.
Yep.
And he loved the physical brand of football. Like the Ravens would do their best to hit him and knock him on the ground. Haloti Ngata gave him a bloody nose one time, and it's like he welcomed it. He welcomed it, man.
Yeah, it's like he kind of like getting beat up.
Yeah,
it's like you made him play harder, and he was always beat up.
Yeah. And the cool thing, the greatest compliment I can give to Ben Roethlisberger is the fact that he's like Tom Brady in that no game, like you're never really out of a game, if Ben Roethlisberger's the quarterback. Like you can never, during the course of the game, even if you have a big lead, you can never feel comfortable because he's just that guy that could bring your team back, man. So he was a great quarterback, man. Like I said, nothing but respect for him. He's going to the Hall of Fame, and he deserves to go. And I will always remember those Steelers-Ravens battles, man, with going against Ben. And he brought out the best in the Ravens, man. And I think the Ravens brought out the best in him as well, man. But nothing but respect, man. Nothing but respect.
Yeah. He came out in the same draft class as Phillip Rivers and
Eli Manning.
And Eli.
That was the 2004 draft.
Yeah, so
he's the number 11 pick. Is that correct?
He was the 11th pick. He did wear a black suit with a gold tie as well. So he was trying to get drafted to Pittsburgh, I guess I'd say.
Him and John Harbaugh went to the same school, I believe.
Miami of Ohio?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, he a remarkable career. Like I said, the guy is, he's just a big dude. He's a big dude who throw, like you said, he's just kind of nimble. And it was hard for him to get sacked by one person. Like it seemed like it always took multiple people to get him down. And he was tough. He was the perfect quarterback for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Just kind of how the city is and everything.
He was Pittsburgh.
But he fit right into that Midwest kind of culture on that side of PA, and for 18 seasons he was there, and then he's been hurt a lot. He's been in and out. So he's kind of did some Brett Favre's here. He may retire, may not, type thing. But at least he just kind of stuck to his guns and said, "You know what, I'm out now." So congrats to him. And like you said, 2027 he's going to be the first year eligible for Hall of Fame. He's going to go right in. He walked right through that door. So my question to you: out of that class of 2004, who was the best quarterback? Manning, Roethlisberger, or the guy who didn't win any Super Bowls? The sidearm guy who trash talking. Mind you, he trash talking without cursing at people. So I gotta give him credit. And he just played last season. I think Indianapolis tried to call him to get him back. I think when Carson Wentz was bringing up, that's Phillip Rivers. So who do you think is the best out of the three?
Who do you think?
I feel like quarterback-wise, I feel like it's Phillip Rivers, honestly. Just like quarterback-wise. And he's a tough dude, too. He could always throw. The dude can rack up yards. The thing is, he didn't win. So I'd have to, honestly, for me, and I had Eli for forever. I had to give it to Ben.
I'm giving it to Ben Roethlisberger on the fear factor alone. Because when I think of quarterbacks, like, when you see, you get the NFL schedule and you look at see who you're playing, and there's like a quarterback that you're scared to face because it's going to be a tough game and you might not beat him. Ben's that dude, man. Like, whenever we went up against Phillip Rivers, I knew he was a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but that fear fact, like, I always felt like, we could beat Phil. Yeah, he's a good quarterback, but we could beat Phil. Eli Manning, same thing. He's a great quarterback, but we could beat him. Yo, Ben Roethlisberger, I never felt comfortable saying, we gonna beat Ben today. No, I went into those games thinking it's going to be a fight. And that's how I judge him on. Dude, he's just that dude where you there's no guarantee you're going to win that game because he's too much of a fight. He's the best quarterback out that group, man. Eli and Phillip have nice numbers, but if you need put it this way, if you need to win a game, if your football life depended on winning the game, which QB do you want? I'm taking Ben.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely taking Ben.
Yeah.
But none of those guys threw very pretty footballs.
None of
but they just got it done. But Phillip Rivers is the only guy I saw who would throw and get knocked down, throw a touchdown, get helped up by the guy, and talk trash to him. I just gotta give him that. And he, played on that ACL. With the he's a tough dude too. I'll just always just give him credit for the numbers he put up every year. But it's got to be bad.
Yeah, I mean, that draft's amazing when you think about it. That 2004 QB first round QB draft, you're gonna have 3 Hall of Famers out in that first round. When's the last time you had a draft with 3 first round Hall of Famers were in the draft in the first round?
Probably Jane knows that. Oh, maybe he went to bed. He's gone.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
I have no idea.
He had the
Marino one, 83
draft with Jim Kelly, Marino, and
Blackledge.
No. The Denver dude, John Elway.
Elway. They were all in that same draft?
I think so. Yeah.
Elway was in that draft?
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check right now. Hold on. But I'm pretty sure. I can't think of anybody else.
This is exciting. Yeah, Elway went first. Todd Blackledge again went 7th. Jim Kelly went 14th, and Marino went 27th.
Yep.
And 28th went Darryl Green. Let's not forget that. Yeah, Darryl Green, baby.
So I mean, some great QB drafts right there. But
the Colts picked Vernon Maxwell, not the basketball player. In the second round, okay. Darryl Green, Richard Williams, don't remember him. All right. Charles Mann. Oh, we got Charles Mann in that draft too.
Yeah. 84, man. That was a good draft, man.
Yeah. Babe Laufenberg. Yeah, quarterback. I remember him. He was there. Kelvin Bryant. I remember him because his name is Kelvin. All right. Pretty good draft for Washington, man. That's why we were so good in the 80s.
Yep.
So, all right, man. Let's get to this coaching news real quick. So the guys hired. The Colts hired the defensive coordinator from Indianapolis, Matt Elberflus. Who is he, and why don't I care?
Well, I mean, look, Colts have had a pretty decent defense since he's been on the scene. So, I mean, I guess that's a nice pick. When I was at work today, I walked up to a Bears fan to get his thoughts on it, and
Bears.
Yeah. So he was like, "I'm cool with that. I'm just glad we didn't get Dan Quinn because I didn't want him coming." He was worried. He was so worried that they were going to get Dan Quinn. So he was like, "Yeah,
I don't have to worry about that. He's staying in Dallas."
Yeah. So yeah, he was cool with it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about Matt Eberflus. Like I said, I know the defense has been pretty good in Indy, but I guess it's a nice hire. We'll see.
All right, and the Denver Broncos hired offensive coordinator from Green Bay, Nathaniel Hackett, as their head coach.
Well, the biggest question I have about him is he going to be able to hack it in Denver?
I did not go through a booster shot for that joke.
Oh man.
This is their
real quick. I absolutely know nothing about this guy, so go ahead, please.
Yeah, this is their Denver's fourth head coach since 2016.
Wow.
It said, hold on. So Hackett's hiring. Listen to this, because there was speculation last season. Will bring immediate speculation about the Broncos trying to lure Aaron Rodgers to Denver, perhaps along with Devontae, who's also going to be free agent in March.
Oh.
Now, remember there was some talk about Aaron Rodgers going to Denver. So,
that's a nice fit for him. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Hackett, he's 42 years old. Including still. He was offensive coordinator with Blake Bortles in Jacksonville from 16 to 18. Okay, so there you go. I mean, anytime you can make Blake Bortles good, if he did that, not sure. But I said stellar work. Stellar work with Blake Bortles. Okay, you know what?
Okay, this is pissing me off now. I'm sick of it.
Stellar work with Blake Bortles. Is that what ESPN wrote? He emerged as a front runner on his own merits, however, including his stellar work with quarterback. I'm laughing too hard. Blake Bortles as a Jacksonville's offensive coordinator from 2016 to 18, before he went to Green Bay and helped Matt LaFleur win a record 39 games in his first 3 seasons as head coach.
You know what? I don't care. I'm about to say something, and normally I don't.
So Hackett was also a former play caller for both Buffalo and Jacksonville. So he I don't know when he was in Buffalo, but he was there.
I normally don't do this.
I
don't know if I should be doing it. I normally don't do this. I didn't know that. I didn't know I was. I didn't even know I was going to go here. But we don't know who these dudes are, right? We don't know who these dudes are. We had Dan Quinn, who was a failed freaking head coach in Atlanta, talking about getting another shot after 1 year as the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. But yet we had one black head coach in the NFL. One. We have 2 black offensive coordinators who have won Super Bowls. And they can't get a job? Like, what's going on? But we give jobs to retreads and dudes that work with Blake Bortles. Are you kidding me? And okay, he did miracles did wonders for Blake Bortles, and he's working with Aaron Rodgers. Give me a freaking break. That's like Adam Gase getting 2 head coaching jobs because he was the quarterback whisperer with. I don't understand. No, this is pissing me off.
To this day,
how can that be 2 black offensive coordinators that have won Super Bowls? Well, we don't hear anything about them getting jobs. Not a sniff.
Well, definitely not this year. Remember, Bieniemy in the last 2 years was supposed, guy who was on the top of lists, never got hired or offered a job, but supposedly was the hot name. This year it cooled off since that KC struggled because they struggled so much during the AFC Championship game, but whatever. And, of course, Brian Leftwich, who, of course, won a Super Bowl last year. He has Tom Brady, but did a great job with Jameis Winston the year before. But here's
the thing, right? Here's the thing. You can't use the excuse, he had Tom Brady. Oh, he had Pat Mahomes, because you had Adam Gase and was praising him as an OC, and he had Peyton Manning. Right?
I had him twice.
You're praising this guy. He had freaking Blake Bortles.
Didn't they trade for him? Didn't the Jets trade for Adam Gase?
No, they didn't trade for him. Miami fired him.
Oh, okay. I thought they had to give them some kind of compensation or something.
No, I don't.
But hold on, wait. I'm sorry. I'm 3,000% wrong. What's worse is that you literally saw this dude twice a year and you still wanted to hire him. That's what I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. Like, you literally saw him and you wanted to hire him?
Right.
Why
I don't know, man.
He can't even get a high school team to win a record. Okay. Like I'm so confused.
I just don't get it. We had freaking Matt Nagy, who was the OC in KC before Bieniemy, who was so great because he worked with Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. He gets a freaking job in Chicago. Eric Bieniemy can't sniff a J. Nobody wants to hire him.
This is why I was upset about Flores a little bit more. I know supposedly there's some more background noise to that about him and Chris Greer and him and Tua. And again, I don't know about all that. All I know is that this franchise was doing nothing for a long time. And they came from that game that you and I went to where they were getting destroyed to two winning seasons back to back, which again hasn't happened since like 2003, which was, by the way, a long time ago. It was a long time ago. And I don't know who he got. He was abrasive. He's winning. Again, I don't know if he dissed the owner and they had issues. That's a whole different story. I wasn't there, whatever. But I just didn't understand it. Where all these other head coaches, they can be abrasive or whatever. What track record do they have? What track record do they have? So Dan Quinn, who blew the biggest lead in the history of the Super Bowl, would get another sniffing at a coaching job for what? For what? He didn't even win anything. I can understand the guy who was head coach, Doug Peterson. At least he won a Super Bowl. He beat the Patriots with a backup. You know, I mean, yeah, I can understand him because he's won. But when these other dudes haven't, why? Because they're comfortable with that.
I just don't get it, man. And look, maybe I'm being premature. Maybe because these guys are still in the playoffs. Well,
Leftwich isn't.
Jacksonville not anymore. But maybe I don't know, man.
I mean, Urban Meyer. They literally brought Urban Meyer out of nowhere to coach a team. Urban Meyer. Dude ain't even coaching the NFL ever. Ever. Oh, he's one in college. This ain't college, homies, and y'all figured that out finally. This ain't college. So, it is that's why when I remember when they hired Mike Tomlin, and they hired him, and he was a special teams coach, right?
No, he was defensive coordinator, and I believe he was in Tampa. I don't even think he was a defensive coordinator. He might have been like a secondary coach.
Yeah, I think it was like a secondary. Yeah, I don't think he was like that title. Like he wasn't the defensive coordinator guy. I think, like you said, I think he was like the secondary coach or something.
He was something like that.
Yeah.
Or he may have gone from secondary coach and he had like maybe 1 year as a D coordinator, but he rose up the ranks pretty quick. But the thing is, he blew the Roonies away in the interview. He just blew them away. And
I'm sure a lot of these other people do. But what's Dan Quinn gonna say in the interview? Hey, I'm a better man now. If I have a 28-3 lead, we're not gonna lose it. What?
Let me tell you something. Dan Quinn had a above average quarterback. Those last couple of years, they stopped playing for him. Hurt,
dude. After they lost that game, they all just fell to the ground.
All right.
They really did. I mean, Julio left. Everybody's like, all right, let's go. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, this guy's getting interviews. Dan Quinn, give me a break, man. I don't know. This stuff is just really starting to piss me off, man. It's like when you just said those names and the track records of these people, especially the OCs, because when you said Blaine Gabbert, that just kind of ticked me off, man. And then, like I said, it just brought me back when people, the things I've heard. Well, oh yeah, anybody could be an OC for Tom Brady or for Pat Mahomes, but yet when it comes to comes to them, but yet other people can be QBs. I mean, coordinators for Peyton Manning and get jobs twice.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. But
well, congratulations to the Minnesota Vikings though for Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah as their general manager. So kudos for them for that. And I mean, hey, at least that's a step in the right direction.
Yep,
step in the right direction.
Yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be some good games this weekend. You got Cincy, I got KC, you got San Fran, I got the Rams. we'll see what happens. I know all I know is going to be whatever the matchups are is going to be a great Super Bowl.
Look, dude, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even care about the Super Bowl, yo. I just want to see this halftime show. Yo, this has been the first time in a long time. This probably been the first time since probably Bruno Mars that I've cared more about the halftime show than the actual game.
Yeah,
and I'm dead serious, dude. I don't care who's in that Super Bowl. Yo, I cannot wait to see this halftime show, man.
Well, I care about who I see in the Super Bowl because I'm watching the game and the halftime show. So I definitely won't be taking a break during the halftime show. So speaking of not taking a break, thank you everybody for tuning in on the night shift here on the NYMD podcast. We'll be back, probably same bat channel the next Sunday morning. But thank you everybody here. We're on StreamYard, YouTube. Thank you for subscribing and liking us. And just leave your comments like Jaden did. Thank you, Jaden. You didn't say anything that upset me today, so I appreciate that as well. Also, we're on Facebook, IG, and Twitter, as well as Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and Stitcher apps. Wherever you find podcasts, you will find us, the N1MD podcast. Thank you, everybody. Have a safe night. Enjoy the snow. I know I won't. And everybody have a good weekend.
Peace out, y'all. Stay